Hey everybody, Lulu The Jester here, and there's been a lot of debate in the ARC Raiders community lately. Some people feel that the game should be way more PvE focused, that the ARC and the environment are the real enemies after all, so why focus on other raiders? There are other people that think the tension between finding out whether or not other raiders are friendly or hostile is an integral part to the game and don't want that to change. For them, PvP is here to stay. I've seen both sides of the discussion, and I think there's a bigger picture here that's really being missed, and it's what the developers intended. ARC Raiders was designed inherently for both. Yes, PvP was something that was placed on afterwards, but it wasn't placed on as an afterthought. It was placed on to enhance the experience that PvE already had. And the way that those two systems interact is what makes the game so different, especially within this extraction genre. So let's take a look at that first part where I was talking about how the developers intended the game to have both aspects. So having both aspects is something that players have to accept. After all, let's just look at the feat system. Right now, I have 3 feats. One of them is destroying an Arc Surveyor. Well, that's obviously a PvE-based mission. The other one is return safely to Speranza. I mean, to be fair, that one's neither. That's just making sure that I return and get out of the extraction alive. Damage dealt to Arc enemies or raiders, well, now that's an interesting thing. If you look at it, even the daily system that the game has within the Raider deck so that you can get the points to unlock different things within the Raider deck tells you, hey, you have the option of choosing between Arc enemies or Arc Raiders. But I've also had moments where I have specific missions that say, hey, you have to do battle against other players using this specific weapon, and it'll have me do damage in a certain amount of value with heavy weapons, or it'll make me do damage with, say, light weapons. Either way, the developers themselves are saying, hey, we want you to engage with other players in this kind of way. And let's be honest, you also can't do anything as far as refreshing your feats. You just have to wait for the timer to run out. There's no ability to reset them as far as I'm concerned. If there is, please let me know in the comments down below. But as far as I can tell, the developers are making it pretty obvious, hey, some of these missions will require you to engage within PvP. Some of them will require you to engage in PvE. And some of them will give you the choice. I mean, after all, if you have the feat where you have to search a knocked out raider, to be fair, you don't have to be the one to knock that raider out. You just have to search to a knocked out raider. So someone else could have taken that raider out. An arc enemy could have taken that raider out, and at the end of the day, they just bled out and you came across the body. But you're still being presented a choice through that challenge. Another thing I think people need to realize is that even under the emotes, you can't take off yes, no, don't shoot, and team up. Why would you be able to change all of the other 4 emotes to whatever you want, but you have to keep don't shoot and team up of all of them? When you think about it, it feels like if the developers are saying, hey, you're not allowed to take these 2 emotes off, they want you to use them for a reason, or they want you to make sure that you always have them equipped for something. And then, of course, there's the hard things like the Harvester event and the Queen, where, yeah, you can, if you work really well together, take down a Queen with just a squad. But it's almost like the developers intended some of these bigger enemies to be handled with more than just 3 players. And you're telling me that things like the Barons or even bigger enemies are supposed to be handled with only 3 people? I don't believe it. So to me, I think it's kind of clear that Embark has justified that both PvE and PvP elements are going to be a part of this game through its gameplay loop and its gameplay systems. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to argue with the original creators' intentions, even if at the end of the day, even if once they put a product out, however the players contend with it is how they contend with it, but that's just what I mean. How the players contend with it is completely up to them. So every time you come across somebody and they choose to be friendly, remember, they chose to be friendly. Just as so as any time that somebody chooses to gun you down, that was also a personal choice. Either way, the game inherently respects the idea of personal choice, and that's almost tantamount to what an extraction shooter is. Everything from your loadout to what's in your stash that you keep, even down to which gear benches you level up and how fast you do so, down to which resources that you're tracking. It's all up to player choice, and ARC Raiders ultimately wants to respect that player choice. Another aspect I think people are missing of this is, do you play in squads or do you play solo? From what I understand, the squads experience is very rare to have friendlies. As a matter of fact, here, look at this clip where I run into a couple of friendly groups. Ooh.
Yo.
Okay. Hey, no. He's saying no. Yo. It's cool.
Chill.
Sorry.
You good?
Sorry about that. We're used to we're used to people in trios and that kind of being, shoot first.
Sorry about that.
Yo, Dom.
Hey,
You're totally okay. It's the game.
Just so you know, we're on the 6th floor. I'm gonna open the door. I think this is. Hey. Hello. What's up?
We all trying to kill the Rocketeer.
No, it tried to kill us. And then even after running into those 2 friendly groups, at the end of the extract, we run into 1 more friendly group and a not so friendly group.
Don't shoot! Hey, wanna team up?
Just pull it. Just grab it. Did we still get it? Oh my god, there were so many people. Now, luckily, we still all got out alive because of the way that the game mechanic works of you being down and still being able to get out on the extraction. But once again, everybody on the left half of the platform had already chosen, hey, we're not going to shoot and we're going to team up. And all of the shots and grenades came in from the right side. So at the end of the day, we couldn't really do much else other than try to fight for survival, because at that point we knew that somebody else had made their choice in trying to take us out. But that fun tug of war of, are we going to run into somebody who's friendly or not, is something that the game inherently is always going to have. Here's another match where I ran into some great people, and not only did I have an Osprey blueprint on me, I also finally for the first time had found wolf pack grenades ever, and I didn't have a safe pocket to use, as well as I ran into someone who I could have taken out earlier in that match.
Thanks.
But I didn't. Now, the funny part was what happened was the guy who got out with me on the elevator actually came up from behind me and just said, "Hey dude," and it scared the living bejesus out of me. But I will always remember that kindness in that funny moment, because he could have easily taken me out and taken whatever I had if he wanted to, but he chose not to. He just gave me a bit of a scare. Either way, there's a level of satisfaction that's inherently brought between working together and working against other raiders. It's something that will only be able to be accomplished if people continue to choose between which one. And ultimately, remember, if you want a more friendly experience or you want people to be, a bit more nicer to you, go into solo, make sure to use your emotes, make sure to use your voice communication, and tell people, hey, I'm friendly. 99% of the time, you'll get friendly people. Now, that's obviously not every time, but for the majority of the experience, most people are pretty chill in solo, I found out. And ultimately, remember, if you lose gear in this game, you can't be upset. That's a part of the extraction experience. You're not supposed to keep everything forever. What you bring in is what you're willing to risk. And if you're not strong enough to keep it, you're gonna lose it. But as long as you have the ability to fight and survive, like my friend did here.
People are going down by the elevator.
Sounds like it. And like I said, you can just hop down and just try to make your escape. Oh, going for it. Okay. Oh my god, nice. There's one more. My boy! Is that both of them? Let's go. Knock him down. Yeah, that's right.
Let's go.
You can always still make sure to take everything that you want home. Well, as long as you have enough backpack space for it, that is. Anyways, the community is probably always going to kind of be divided on this, just because there are people who want more of the PvP elements and there are people who want more of the PvE elements. And at the end of the day, we just got to learn to coexist. That's what the devs wanted. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm going to do. If I come across you in solos and you don't put your gun up or say that you're friendly, I might just pop you. You probably might just try to pop me back. If we run into you in trios and you make it clear you're friend and not foe, then you know what? We can probably shake hands. Other than that, please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you feel about the PvE versus PvP debate. Are you a friendly raider? Are you a shoot on sight raider? Do you think that there should be something like a bounty system or a rating system that lets other people know, hey, this person's kind of a dangerous enemy and might shoot me because they have a reputation of doing so? Let me know in the comments. Other than that, share with your friends, share with your mama. Peace and chicken grease. I'll catch you Raiders topside. I'm out.